Hey, good morning, Clara. Or Chloe, sorry. What's going on? Hi, Dolly. It is a lovely day today, man. It's supposed to get up to low 70s. It only got down to about 40 degrees last night. So I thought I'd do some burning before the wind kicks up. And then as soon as the wind starts blowing, I'll quit burning. I'm going to run up on the pass and see if I can find any mushrooms. I hope Jordy's feeling better today, Chloe. Thank you, Dolly. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just kind of chilling today. It is a nice day. No wind yet. But the wind usually doesn't hit till around between noon and 2. Thank you, Dolly. And here comes the garbage truck. Oh no, that sucks. Poor little guy. Yeah, I can tell right now in about another half hour I'm going to be in a short sleeve shirt. You can already feel it. Feels good. Oh, here come the Stellar Jays. They're a noisy bunch, ain't they? Yeah, a Stellar Jay is a real dark blue bird with like black highlights on him, and he's got the big pointed crown on his head, crested head. We're good. Robin's morning client, my buddy, the quadriplegic right here in the neighborhood, they called in. They got up early and took care of his program and everything, so she didn't have to go there. So she's just going to relax, and I don't think she has to go to work till 11 today, and she'll work till 4. Throw another bunch on there. That's funny. Got one lone turkey in the yard today, and it's a looks like a young hen. That sounds nice, Dolly. You know, I was kind of studying and really interested in all the ancient languages in the UK, from Old English to Old Welsh to Gaelic, and all these languages there, and it was what those languages sounded like in the 1600s. And I'm telling you right now, you could barely recognize any of those languages as anything even close to English. Oh no, Chloe. Hey, Paul, what's going on? Yeah, we're doing yard work today. A.T. Smith, what's up, man? Dolly asking the bomb question. See if I missed anyone. Whoops. I missed anyone here. I know, I love the sound of a fire. Oh, here comes a lone Tom. Lone gobbler just showed up. He's had that feather hanging weird on his wing like that. He's going to be dropping it pretty soon. They usually wind up in my yard. $16. Good Lord. Yeah, the flu is going around, man. My dog must be outside. He sees the turkey. Usually he doesn't bark at him. Sir Martin of Saxony, what is going on, buddy? Blisters, what's up, brother? I'm doing good, man. Doing some yard work today before the wind kicks up. I got out here early this morning and started, got a fire going, and because usually by noon, between noon and 2, the wind will kick up and I'm done burning then. But it's beautiful this morning. Just about to eat dinner, right on. I wish you could, Dolly. Backtrack, what's up, brother? What's for dinner, Martin? We had the steak and scalloped potatoes last night. Or no, we didn't have a scallop. She didn't want it. We had baked potato, that's right, with all the trimmings. Sock check. Baked tatties. So a baked tatty's a baked potato, right, Martin? Right on. I thought it was. I didn't know if tatties was with 2 T's or 2 D's. It's not a real common word in the United States. Jacket spuds, right on. Oh, yeah, you gotta check this guy out. Coming up here in the yard. Whoops. Come on, it's green. There we go. No, I don't hunt the turkey. I feed them. They're here if I ever need them, though. Yeah, he's in display mode. It's spring. There's one over here. Oh, must have jumped down. There was one on the fence. Little one there. I think that's a hen. Yeah, well, Tom Turkey, he's in Daddies if you're from Scotland. Well, last night when I was in Maddie's, I thought I'd be cheeky and use the word tatty, and I misspelt it, and fuck, I might as well put a target on my back. Yeah, he's all bowed up, man. I probably ought to throw him some feed out, but I don't like to throw him too much. Hey, Doug, what's going on, man? Yeah, I spelt. At first, I called them au gratin potatoes, and Maddie's like, "What the fuck is au gratin potatoes? Never heard of them." And so I said cheesy tatties, but I misspelled tatties. I used 2 D's instead of 2 T's, and yeah, I wish I wouldn't have tried to be cheeky on that one. Kind of backfired. You know, I have no idea what kind of turkeys these are. Yeah, I'm burning, still raking up through the winter. You know, we get all those busted limbs from the snow, and then we had a lot of high winds, and I'm just trying to clean it up and I can only burn in the mornings though, because the wind kicks up between 1 and 2, and I mean it's like 45, 50-mile-an-hour winds, and it's already drier than hell because we didn't get shit for snow. All right, take care, Martin. Yeah, I'll be burning for the next month. I've just barely put a dent in the backyard, and it's a lot worse in the front. I've already done the front once, and then we got another big windstorm. Hopefully I get to go fishing before Friday. Alive, what's up, my brother? Good to see you. Burning more yard waste. But right now, at this particular moment, it's time to burn something else. Oh, they call him Daddy. Oh, that's going to be funny when Jordy Jordy starts calling him Tatty instead of Daddy. Oh yeah, cutting firewood. Yeah, I got 2 trees down right now that one of them I had to take down because the windstorm had it leaning really bad. So I got them all cut up, ready to go, ready for the splitter. And then I got one more tree over here that's leaning that I got to take down. Middle of June, they're coming to do that. And it's a bigger tree, and it's got a nasty lean. So normally he only charges me $960, and on this one he's going to have to charge me $1,200. But that's still dirt cheap. Oh my God, that's funny. Gee, I wonder where she got that. I bet. You used that term when you sent me some pictures of Jordy. And then that night when Maddie was tying, he started giving me crap about something, and I started pitching it back about his tatty head, and he goes, tatty? He goes, that doesn't sound like a word Americans would use, Jack. Where'd you pick that word up at? And I said, I got it from Chloe. He goes, oh, really? Yeah, Jordy's gonna have everything the same as Maddie. He's gonna be a healthy boy, and when we'll have to see if he takes after the 1 foot cheat that Maddie got stuck with, or if he turns out to be a 7 foot tall man. comes some more gobblers from a different clan. Here over the next 3 weeks, the turkeys will be fucking competing. And what'll happen is you'll get a small group of gobblers in here, and they'll be mowing down. And then off in the distance, you'll hear that. And it's another group coming. And you can tell right away, the group that's already here, if you know they're afraid of that other group, they're going to start moving out before that other bunch gets here. It's pretty funny. They come in here to fight over the food source and the water source. Yeah, I'll bet. Well, yeah, especially if you've got rods in your back, Chloe. You know, my uncle's got some rods in his back from a motorcycle wreck. And he said the part that sucks about it is you got to kind of try to take it easy, because where those rods are, you're not getting the flex and bend in your backbone. So in the spots where it's not reinforced, it just gives it extra wear and tear. I mean, that's how my uncle kind of described it to me. But he's 70-something years old, too. Exactly, not a bad thing at all. When you going fishing again, Doug? Oh, really? You guys get those strong winds consistently, huh? They kind of come and go here, you know. One day we might go, it's just slightly breezy. Might do that for a couple days. And, you know, and like I said, in the mornings, it's not blowing. And it'll start blowing about 1 or 2, and then it usually stops about 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And it's going to do that until this mountain ridge behind me, behind my house here. It's actually the Enchantments is what it's called. There's a chain of lakes up there. You can't fish them. But anyway, as long as there's snow up there, we're going to have the wind every day until that snow melts. And then it's just like somebody took a light switch and turned it off, and we won't have any more. Oh, I'm glad you like it, doll. I'm going to throw some more stuff on the fire. Oh, that's right. You're on the west coast of Scotland. That's right. You know, I was reading some stuff about Scotland, and Scotland has over 700 islands. That's like the Philippines, man. Right on, Paul. Peggy, what's going up? How you doing, Peggy? Hope you're having a good day today, Peggy. Yep, fire pit day. So last night, you guys hear that little frog? There he is. Last night was the first night I heard frogs through my bedroom window. Boy, this Tom, he's getting... Check this out. He walked up about 6 feet away from me. Oh, absolutely. What's my dream in life? I'm living my dream, brother. I retired a year ago. I took up fly fishing. The final cherry on top of that dream is going to be when I get my fly vise and start making my own flies. Okay, thanks a lot, Chloe. Heshasha, welcome. There's another one right there walking by. One up there. Hide behind that bush. Oh, he's swelling up. Where's that fire? Oh, I gotta turn it around. Where the hell's that fire at? I might have to run up to the house and get a drink of water. Speaking of which, I gotta put the water tub back out for the turkeys. I thought I did that yesterday, but I did not. Here, we're gonna shine up in this direction. I'm gonna run up and grab their I didn't even think about that. I forgot about that part. We, when we had our 3 kids, when I was my first wife, anytime she left the room, went downstairs to check laundry, went outside to have as soon as she left the room, the kids were like, radar comes on. Where's mom? Where's mom? And they start going all over the house looking for her. I forgot about them days. Yoshi brother, what's up, man? All right, I'm gonna run over here and grab this water trough for these turkeys. I'm gonna walk by this Tom and see if he tries to attack me. See how long it takes them to hit that. Michael Kennedy, what's up? I have seen you. Or is it Michael or yeah, it's Michael. Okay. Hello from Liverpool. Right on, man. Get you hooked up here. I want to. Yeah, it's a good day, man. Thank you, Chloe. Yeah, I want to get my boat out this year, and so does my wife. What we want to do is put the camper on the truck, get the boat, and then go up to Banks Lake and like fish for 3 days straight. Big Al. Yeah, Big Al walks into the chat, and the first thing he does, he starts correcting me on my English. I'm sure that's what that's about. Just kidding, Al. Yes, I know. My English and my spelling is atrocious. Oh, that's what I just noticed the bird feeder's empty. The blue jays want food. I usually try to keep them full this time of year because they're all nesting. They got hatchlings, and so I always try to keep food and water here for them so they don't have to go far. Man, they are raising hell. I'll wait till the turkeys leave, and then I'll throw some peanuts. And we have these oversized sunflower seeds that the blue jays really like. And they come in and take the peanuts, and they'll start signaling all the other ones. And I'll have like anywhere from 6 to 10 blue jays coming in here, and they grab those peanuts and they pick them up and they shake them, and they'll drop it. Grab another one. You'll do that 2 or 3 times, and grab one, they fly off, and they stash them everywhere. They stash them up in the branches of trees. I find them in the rock walls all the time. True. Oh, I see why you keep correcting me then. Even though you know that we don't speak English, it's an English saying that you still have to have a thumb in the middle of a Yank's back. Gotcha. Just kidding now. Hey, Share Bear, how's it going? I guess it's in your blood. It should kind of rule us, isn't it? Al can't help himself. Well, he's an alpha too, so add that in the mix. I see why you hang around now, Al, because I usually am wrong. I fulfill your father's needs, right? Goodness. That's good shit, Al. Everyone's wrong. Big Al, always right. love it when people talk about himself. I worked with a guy, and we called him Big Earl. And we'd get a task, and our boss would be telling us, do this, that, that, that. And if Earl didn't like it, he always referred to himself as, well, Big Earl might have a better idea than that. In front of, a couple of the guys were. Yes. It was kind of funny, though, the way he always just addressed himself as like the third person in the room. It was kind of funny. Yeah, you can call me Daddy. Don't call me late for dinner. Got time to throw some more rubbish out here. Now, if there's any of you children out there watching me stoke this fire, do not attempt it at home. I am actually a trained pyro, not pyrotechnician, but pyro. That's one thing I'm really good at, is burning shit up. Yeah, exactly. No, there's some people that do that. I think those are the same guys that worship snakes and stuff, so yeah, I don't do any of that. I don't walk on coals. I don't worship snakes. All right, you take care, Big Al. Thanks for stopping in, brother. I appreciate it. If you're doing one later, I'm sure I'll see you. We got smoke signals going now. Oh yeah, it's warming up real nice. The mountains are kind of pretty, all that you guys. Check them out here. Hey, B Husky, what's going on? I'm doing good, buddy. Nope, no snow at all. Matter of fact, I'm in a t-shirt right now, and normally I can't wear a t-shirt up here until the end of May. And we still have snow berms where the snows came off the roof, middle into May. Yeah, we only got 2 major snowfalls this year, which accumulated to about maybe a foot, and then we got, you know, a few other ones where it was an inch here, inch there, but nothing like we normally get, man. We should, you know, normally we get on a mild year we get 6 foot. We've got as much as 10. Rebuilding the chainsaw, right on. I got my chainsaw. I did some work on it last year. It was mainly just lack of maintenance, but it's going pretty good right now. And then I bought me a 25-ton Champion wood splitter, and it's got the dual carriage on it, where you can put the splitter carriage vertical or horizontal. I'll tell you what, man, that was the best $1,200 I ever spent in my life. What saw do I run? I used to have a still, an old still, and it finally, I actually found it in the middle of the road. It was I can't even remember what it was, like a 38 or 36, maybe even yeah, it was something like that. Anyway, it was small, but it, you know, it did what I needed to do. But I seen this saw. I was like, you know what? I don't plan on cutting a bunch more wood, because I hire people to do it now that I'm retired. But I bought this Chinese saw, and I'm not kidding you. I used to have a John Shreds, and that was the best fucking saw I ever had. That was a long time ago. Man, that was a good saw. And that's what this blue one looks like. And it's called a Blue Max. It's Chinese. But you want to talk about a cutting saw, man. It came with an 18-inch. Let's see, what was it? 18-inch and I think a 22-inch. Yeah, I think that's what it has. But it's a great fucking saw. I've had it for about 4 years now. Paid $200 for it. Are you? Well, you're probably running Still, aren't you? Still or Husky. Yeah, it's a good saw, but you know, usually if I'm camping up in the woods, I'll use it to cut some firewood there or something, you know, stuff like that. If deer hunting or bird hunting, there's a tree across the road, and as long as it's not too big and all wound up in some big, you know, torque configuration, I can cut it out of the way. But yeah, I hire these guys. They come out and do my trees. They live right across the highway behind me. As the crow flies, maybe a half mile. But they fell, oh, let's see what they fall. They fell one last summer that was right next to my garage over here. And I just got tired of that son of a bitch dumping pitch on my cars. And then during a windstorm, just before the snow flew, we got like a 75-mile-an-hour windstorm, and I had a huge one leaning, and it was leaning out this way. And the way it would have fell, it would have hit this big fir right here, right between the twin tops. And the top that's weaker, the weaker top that you can see is going to break, is on the house side. So I was like, okay, that tree's going, you know, and they came right out and did it. I called them the next day. They came and did it, man. I've had these guys take quite a few trees. And now this other one that's leaning over here, it's a good solid 36 inches at the butt. And and it's he said it's probably around 130, 135 feet high, and they're going to come out and do it middle of June. Hey Louise, what's going on? You run a 32-inch bar? Yeah. And these guys, they chip the limbs, haul the limbs off for me, and then they bucket up into 17-inch rounds for me. And for a tree about 125 feet tall, 120, 125 feet, they charge me, if it's not leaning, $960. This one over here that's leaning, this big boy, they're going to charge me $1,200 for it, but they got to drag the limbs too, an extra probably 35 feet. Hey Adrian, what's going on? Ewos is here. Hey, what's going on, Eric? Good to see you, man. You know, my buddy, I'm getting caught up on chat, you guys. You run a Husqvarna? Yeah. They're tough. The logger I used to work for, I was his maintenance mechanic, and he ran stills forever. And then one of his sawyers bought a Husky, and within 6 months he got rid of all the stills. Well, he kept a couple for backup, but he had all Huskies. Yeah, a buddy of mine, he bought one of those Black & Decker, you know, but he's not out cutting firewood with it, but he's doing all kinds of stuff. Oh, I know, the wind is bad. You see, it's already picking up here right now. Is the wind noise so bad you guys can't hardly hear me? It is, I'm going to move you over here behind this tree. I don't know if that helped. Good to see you, Adrian. Yeah, here it comes. I can feel it right there. I don't think that's going to be enough. Yeah, Ewos, Faces in the Stone in the chat. He just moved out here to Washington State from North Carolina. Good to see you, Louise. Here comes that breeze. I'm going to put my flannel back on. Yeah, it's still getting down in the 30s at night. Well, last night was the first night. It was, I don't know if it got much lower than 40. But what's weird is right at dew point, right when the sun is first breaking over the horizon, it's you know, you get that dew, and then all of a sudden the temperature will drop anywhere from 5 to 8 degrees, and it just does like a flash freeze. It's the weirdest shit I ever seen in my life. And this is the only place, and I lived all over the United States, well, West Coast, and I've never seen anything like that before. $36. 40 below. Man, I worked, I did a winter, one in, well, I've done 3 winters. I did one in North Dakota, I did in Fort Peck, Montana, and the other one I did was Laramie, Wyoming. And they were, for me, maybe I was just lucky, they were all equally as vicious. I got to experience a blizzard in each one of those areas. The one at Fort Peck was probably the worst. $29. fucking North Dakota. I know, it's cold as shit. Well, you know, Fort Peck, Montana, it's right up in the northeastern corner of Montana. It's like, you know, 30 miles from the North Dakota border. Yeah, I was in a place in North Dakota called Zap, and it was out of Beulah, North Dakota. Yep, Zap, North Dakota. What a hell of a name for a place. I was there in the 80s, and it had a paved road. It was like Zap was down in this, we called it an ass crack, and so the road stopped right on top of the flatland, the prairie, and then it was dirt road down into town. 5 years. You spent 5 years in it. I spent 1 year. Williston. I went to jail in Williston. I know that fucking wind is vicious, ain't it? Every day. Avondale. I've never been there. Is that county or Colorado? What did I do when I first got there? I was they had like a job service thing there, and I just got out of the Navy, and it's like, I'm just gonna go down there. I don't know anybody here. I've never even been to this state. So I went down there, and they said, well, we got two choices for you. You can go clean up. There was these contractors that were doing like sheetrock and stuff like that, doing finishing work, and said you can go clean up for these guys. Or there's another guy's name's Calvin Kosminko, and he kind of lives out by you, probably about 5 miles down the road from where you're at there in Zap. And he says he's got a dairy if you want to work in a dairy. Well, we had a milk cow when I was a kid, but I never worked in a fucking dairy. And I was like, sure, man, I'll take the dairy job. And it paid $2 an hour more. You want to talk about a nightmare. Colorado, okay. So I worked in that dairy for like 6 months, and it started milking cows at 4 in the morning, milking them again 4 at night. All in between, we're hauling silage, cleaning out pens, washing out the milk parlor, all that kind of shit. And I got like a 3-hour break, so he didn't have to pay me for 12 hours, so I got to go home, hang out for 3 hours, and then go back for the evening milk. And I did that for 6 months, and then I started hauling grain into the Farmers Union elevator there in Beulah. And the guy that management, he's like, I've never seen you before. He goes, that's Calvin Kosminko's truck. I go, yeah, I know, I work for him. He goes, you work for Kosminko? And I go, yeah. And he goes, how long you been doing that? And I said, 6 months. He goes, you want to get a different job? I go, well, what you got? He goes, I want you to come to work for me for $16 an hour. He goes, anybody that could put up with that fucking asshole for 6 months, I want him working for me. Hey, Jonas. Oh man, dairy farms are insane, dude. I hate them, man. He had 122 cows that we had to milk. I know, isn't that funny, B Husky? Man, that guy, he was at the absolute biggest prick I ever met in my life, man. And he goes, you're gonna work like anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day. He goes, I'll pay by the hour. And he goes, and I'll give you lunch so you don't have to run home and eat. Well, I get my first fucking check, and this guy's charging me $4 a day for lunch. I thought, you fucking prick. Oh, you get I was kind of like considered one of the locals after, you know, several months, because guys would see me working for Calvin, you know, and but there was, like you said, a lot of boomers in there. So you had all the oil boom going on, the oil fields, plus you had all, they were building all those gasification plants to take that oil shale and squeeze it. Well, you get those guys in there, and then they were building apartments because they didn't hardly have any housing in Beulah for this boom. So then you got all these carpentry finishing guys and all this, and it was just a mix of a bunch of testosterone. And then, like, I don't know, probably 4 miles out of Beulah, there was a man camp, but I never stayed in the man camp. That's funny, Tom. Yeah, I never ever did the man camp thing. I had a lot of buddies that did it, and I heard their stories, and I was like, why I want to do that, man? Wow, that'd be cool, dude. Thank you, Louise. That, you know what, that'd be awesome, dude. So you was fucking cowboying it, dude. Oh yeah, we had an excellent Easter and had a nice ham. Back in Alaska, living off grid, that'd be nice. How, if I may ask, B Husky, how old are you? Because, you know, 20 years ago, I would have had no problem going off grid, and the wife was the same way. We were looking at cabins and stuff, but we found a compromise. We got all these, you know, everything you want for. We live here in the mountains, but it's not like living off grid, man. When I've never lived off grid, but I have sat on some pot patches for like 3 months, 3.5, 4 months at a time, and basically I was dirt camping for that time. Oh, there you go, bud. Yep. I got some first cousins that 3 boys and a girl that they were raised off grid in Arizona and New Mexico, and they're tough. They're a different breed, let me tell you. Homeschooled. Yep, I hear you there. That's that my buddy that I used to work with didn't put on. Well, that's normal in North Carolina, man. And I know you guys gig frogs barefoot. Yeah, I had a buddy. Oh, there's the blue jay right there, man. He was talking to me. I had a buddy. He only had shit. I think he had 22 horses, and it was just every night, you know, I got to go do this. And he'd always be asking somebody, hey man, you want to give me a hand? I got to do this for these horses. And, or I'm going to stand a wall. I'm building a hay barn. And, it just constantly. But, he always, what he would do is after he finished several projects, he'd put on a huge barbecue. And he usually always had a couple slaughter steer and a couple slaughter hogs. And he put on this elaborate picnic for us all, big barbecue and party, get a keg of beer. So it was pretty cool, man. You know what? That's funny, dude. My last name in my channel, Prepper. It's I'm not a prepping for doomsday or nothing like that. I'm prepping for politicians making stupid decisions, forest fires. I mean, we got a lot of fires around here, but that's funny because we got about a dozen oil lamps, and then I think we counted it. The last time the power went out for 16 hours, and we counted it, how many gallons I had, and I think we still had like 14 gallons of lamp oil. And then we got extra wicks, extra chimneys, and every time the power goes out, we get a call for one or two people in this neighborhood, and that's the first thing they do. You still got power? What, do you have a generator? I just say, no, we got oil lamps, man. We got candles. We do have a generator, but it was so cold I didn't need to worry about plugging the refrigerators in or nothing. Yeah, hear that wind? Yeah, I'm fucking done burning, man. Here it comes. No, if you buy lamp oil, don't run kerosene. If you run lamp oil, and make sure it says indoor use, and it won't have any odor. It'll have just a very, very, very light, where you can tell, an oil lamp. But I mean, it's not offensive. It doesn't give you a headache or anything. It's just enough to kind of make it feel cozy. And that wood stove. I got plenty of wood there. Like I said, I got a bunch I got to split and stack. But we cooked our meals. Thank God we had lots of leftovers. But I mean, we warmed up leftovers. It was only out for 16 hours. But if we had to, we could cook on that wood stove. And the first thing I do when the water goes out, I got one of those big stainless steel pots that you deep fry turkey in. First thing I do is fill that with water and put it on the wood stove. Oh, does it really? That sucks. Yeah, it depends a lot how you burn them too, man. Um, you don't want to burn them high, too high to where they're putting out any kind of smoke at all. If they're putting out any kind of smoke, you're burning it too high. Pull your wick back down. And then I got one oil lamp that I don't keep it near my bed. I kind of keep it up on an armoire, and at night I'll take that one lamp and I just turn it way, 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 way down to where you can just barely see a flame in there, and you can burn that all night like that, and you can barely notice the oil went down at all. That way if something happens in the middle of the night, of course we got flashlights, but always have loop redundancy, so I'll leave that burning. I can just get up, like when I go to the bathroom, instead of using a flashlight, I kind of need two hands, I can just turn that lamp up, and it's right there. I don't have to light anything up. Yeah. Hey Tyler, what's going on? I'm not asking for money. I'm not monetized, man. I just got a fire going. I'm just burning some trash. Jesus. I wonder if that was that same Tyler who got, thank you, Louise. You're all over it, man. I wonder if that's that same Tyler that was in No Frills on Maddie's channel that was trying to give Chloe advice about why the baby was crying and stuff. Like Chloe's never, like it was Chloe's first kid or something. I wonder if that's the same dude. Yeah, no shit. I think you know the one I'm talking about. Yeah, keep up the good work, Louise. You're gonna get a medal. Oh, check them suckers out. I'm gonna knock that sucker down a little bit. Then I can throw all those pine cones up on it. It's funny that there's been two of them here. It was him. So he probably trolling me as a revenge thing, because I timed him out a couple times on Maddie's, but I only timed him out for like 10-20 seconds. I think it was Chloe that finally said, all right, fuck this bell end, he's gone. Yeah, I have a boat. I got a oh, you're too kind, Louise. Yeah, I got a welded aluminum hull. It's a 17-foot blue water. It's got a 90 horse Merc on it, and then I got 8-horse kicker, and then I got a Minn Kota bow mount trolling motor, forward and aft live wells. It's a nice boat. It's a 90, I think it's a 96, but the seats are like brand new. Now the carpet's a little oxidized. There's no holes in it, but you know how it kind of gets, it just gets kind of weird, that indoor-outdoor waterproof carpet. So I might be replacing the carpet in it, but my wife picked it out, man. It's a freaking nice fishing boat. Yeah. I gotta get caught up. I think I missed a few here, man. Yeah, you can smell them, but you know, I'm used to that smell. I grew up. We lived in some rural places, and you know, once I got about 9-10 years old, if we moved in some place that had like a small cabin, something on the property, or a bunkhouse or something like that, because you know we lived on several ranches. I was like, okay, I'm staying in that. And so, you know, if it had a wood stove, and usually we had my Aunt Jeannie and Uncle Chet. Anytime we were on ranch, they were there too, and to help with the animals. Cause I mean, we had what did we have? 200 and something chickens. We had 4 horses, a milk cow, 2 steers, and 6 hogs. Oh, and we had a bunch of rabbits too. Yeah, he just keeps coming back too, man. It's like, you know, if you came in, like the guy came in last night to No Frills, Maddie's, and he was, he just, the way he came in and asked Maddie, you know, where did you learn your English at? Or what language are you speaking? Where did you learn your English at? You know, I mean, that's just not how you go into somebody's channel. I wouldn't do that unless I was looking for a fight, you know. And he immediately got one, and then, you know, Maddie gave him a second chance. The guy came back and apologized. Maddie gave him a second chance, and he didn't get wrenched or nothing, but he's welcome back, you know, and then he was decent. It was just I think a language barrier thing, you know, shit gets lost in translation sometimes. He was from India, but you know, he'll probably come back. All right, man, take it easy. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. Be husky. That's right. Only people. Whoops. Let's see what Chloe said here. As it turns out. Oh, it turns out it was a woman. Wow. Kind of a surly broad. Take care, be husky. I know he spin on this. You guys are probably just getting that bad, aren't you? I'm gonna go grab a jug of water. I will be right back. Stay out of the fire. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be burning any more today. Oh, let's keep caught up here, see what I missed. Hey, photos, what's going on? Oh, nice. Yeah, you guys gotta go check her channel out. All right. Man, it's been so long since I can't remember if you're a Mr. or Mrs., I'm sorry. But beautiful photography. Excellent camera work. Excellent camera work. Just got caught up on everything here. Yeah, have a great day, photos. Looking forward to your work. I know you're going to put out some really cool shorts or posts with some beautiful photography. Yeah, I'll probably, when I go up mushroom hunting, which is probably going to be, and as warm it is, man, I'm thinking this afternoon. What do you think, Ewos? You guys already picking morels over there where you're at? I'm sure you are. That's funny. That's funny. Chloe, if you're still here, guess who came in? Tyler. Or, I don't know, maybe you already seen him. Just your undies. Right up in toward all that timber and stuff. That's why man, last thing I want to do is be the guy that burned down the fucking neighborhood. I don't see anybody in the hood. Oh yeah, looks like across the valley. There's a guy burning. I know, I can't wait for mushroom season either. Oh, gotcha. Man, our morel should be popping anytime, but I don't think it got down to, or I don't think it got up to 40 last night. I think it was still right around freezing, because my wife said when she got up real early that it was frosty out. And it's got to be like no colder than 40 at night, and you know, at least getting up toward 70 in the daytime. I mean, we're right there. It's going to be any day. But I think I'm still a week early, 4 or 5 days maybe. Freaking wind, man. Jesus. Tell you what, I went to Minnesota, I can't remember when it was, I think in the late 80s. I was working for a sawmill equipment manufacturing company called Nicholson Manufacturing, stationed out of Seattle, and I was one of their startup service guys. And yeah, I think it was called Blanchard, I think it was Blandon Wood Products. But I stayed in, I think it was St. Paul. I stayed in a motel, and I got up in the morning and the air conditioner was running, and I turned it off. I was like, man, it's kind of nippy in here. And I opened up the curtain on a sliding glass door, and it was foggy out. And I was like, what the hell? And it almost looked like chunks in the fog. And I opened that door, And I mean, I instantly started sweating. It was like 90 degrees, and there was a hatch of some kind of bug, and I mean, there was like millions of them. You just look out over that river. I mean, I've never seen anything like it, man. And it was so humid. I just about shit, man. I never experienced anything like that. Oh, I'll bet you can. We had steak last night. Oh my God, they were good. I barbecued them. Yeah, that fucking wind, man. You guys can hear all the wind chimes. I don't know, man. I think when my wife retires, which is in 2 more years, we're gonna put that camper on the back of that truck because she's never seen the Southwest. Um, she's never been down south. She hasn't hardly seen any of America. You know, she's been down to California, um, Oregon, Washington, Idaho. She was born and raised in Idaho. But oh, and she's been in Montana. And I think she's been to Wyoming skiing. But I'd like to take her down and show her the Southwest, man, and the desert, the Badlands, and then take her down south. I'd like to, go down through Louisiana and Mississippi, and then cut up and all the way up to like Minnesota, Illinois, and take her on it. Just do a big loop of the United States. I'd really like to go to Florida, but if I go to Florida, I'm flying. Yeah, I haven't been back east in quite a while. The last time, well, I guess I've been to. We went to Williston because we were working at Fort Peck, but that was like shit. That's been 18, 19 years ago. The last time I was east. Thanks, Backtrack. I appreciate that, man. This, I wish I could say the same thing if you ever want to come to Washington, but right now we got a rescue dog, and then we got an old dog, and we kind of use one of the rooms for them. And then as soon as the old girl passes away, which is probably going to be within the next 2 years, I'm sure of it, she wants to get 2 more rescue dogs. I'll leave my socks outside. Man, look at that wind blowing this thing. Yeah, and I remember the mosquitoes there were really bad. And even in North Dakota, the mosquitoes in Zap, down in that little valley, oh my God, they were vicious. They weren't bad once you were up on the prairie because the wind was blowing 40 fucking miles an hour. But anytime you got down in one of those, or like a creek bottom or something like that, and that's basically what Zap was. There was a little river running right there. But it was, in the summertime, it got real. It wasn't flowing in the summertime. It was just like pool after pool. Yeah, yeah. Dogs they do nasty shit like that. One time, our German Shepherd went into the bathroom, and we had my wife, and then her niece was staying with us, and that German Shepherd went into the bathroom and probably ate I don't know how many tampons, and then got sick and threw up, and diarrhea all over the laundry room and bathroom. Yeah, attack helicopters. No doubt, man. I better check my power here, man. I didn't even think about it. I still got 51%. Holy cow. All right. I'll tell you, they get, there's a couple places here in Washington, they get pretty good size. Out around Lake Wenatchee, in that area, there's so much standing water up in that area. The mosquitoes are just, they're thick and they get big. Right here where I'm at, I think I've been maybe bit by a mosquito 3 times in 23 years, 24 years that we've lived here. We just don't hardly have any up here. But like my dogs, we got one of those little plastic kiddie pools. In the summertime, I'll fill that up, put it out there. And I got to dump that sucker about every 3 days because I went out there, I forgot about it one time, and it'd been about a week and the water was real low. It evaporated down, and I went out there and that thing was just full of mosquito larvae. And I dumped that sucker immediately. One thing we do get though is we got a lot of different types of insects, and we just have like all summer long. In fact, the first one's going to come here probably in the next week, the black ants, and we just have wave after wave of hatches. We do have a pond over here. Actually it's a dip pond for fighting fire, but they let us use it as a swimming hole. But it's got water running in and out, and it has out in the center, it's got an aerator, so it gets lots of tadpoles, frogs and snakes, but no mosquitoes. How did I go? There's this. Yeah, it's starting to cool down now that that wind's picking up. Yeah, what it is down there in the valley, like Wenatchee yesterday probably got up to 76 degrees. And then it's, up here we're 15 degrees cooler and 10 to 15. And in that warm air in the valley, it starts rising, and then this air rushes in from up here on these mountains. Now it's cold back there. They're still snow capped. So it comes rushing down here to fill the void. All right, Paul, take care, man. Yeah, I'm about ready to end this here pretty quick anyway. I'm about ready to go in and find something for breakfast. I haven't ate nothing yet. I wanted to get out here and get some work done before the wind came. You take care. Thanks for coming in, Paul. When I go up mushroom picking, I got 2 rifles I need to sight in. I might take one of them with me and sight it in. I won't have cell service where I sight my guns in, but I can make a video. Chaos Go, what's going on, man? All right, backtrack. You're rolling one. I'm hitting one right now. You know what? That's the greatest part about being retired. I was in the pipe fitter union, and we worked at data centers and, Boeing. And I mean, we worked at a lot of high tech places that heavy security and heavy drug screening. And, man, I had to do that for years and years and years, stay clean. And now that I'm not working, man, first thing I did, well, first, all my buddies, because I've been talking about, man, as soon as I retire, I'm getting a big bag of weed. And I don't never have to take another piss tent as long as I live. And so one of my buddies bought me an ounce, and, just bottles of whiskey, all kinds of good stuff. Right on, Doug. Man, that fucking wind, Jesus. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna burn it. Yeah, so I had to put a on my shed back here. I got one of those vinyl sheds, and I don't know. I think it was about 5 years ago. We we got a heavy snow. It was like, I think we got something like, what was it, 37 inches or no, it wasn't. It was 42 inches in 38 hours. And I got up in the morning. I was like, holy shit! So man, I got the snowblower out, the plow, went to town. Man, it probably took me 3 or 4 hours to get the driveway cleared out so my wife could go to work. I didn't notice, but it had already buckled the roof on that shed. So I got some 4x4s and 2x4s at work, and I reinforced the roof. I took a bottle jack. I got it pushed up as good as I could, but there's a couple of gaps, and so in the wintertime with the wind and everything, it'll blow that rain and it'll blow in those gaps and get all wet in that shed. So I just put a tarp on it in the winter, and dumb luck is because the vinyl roof on that, it wasn't slick and smooth. It had texture to it, so it held the snow and ice. Putting a tarp on there, especially a dark tarp, the snow sheds by itself every time. It never gets more than about a foot of snow on it. And if it doesn't shed, you can just go out there and pop the tarp a few times and the snow comes right off. Oh, no shit. Right on, man. Well, I had he was an apprentice. He journeyed out though before he said it. You know, I'm done with the pipe fitters. He worked a couple years as a journeyman and then came back and did a couple jobs. But he got a license here in Washington State. His dad had a bunch of property. His dad was an orchardist, and so his two boys are like, "Hey, we want to get a license and start growing weeds." So they did, and I can't remember how much they grew, but at the end of the harvest, it was 140 grand. So, and they paid the electricity the whole time. Well, I can't remember what his brother was doing, but Mike was making really, really good money. And then they had the weed thing going. Well, took their money and they bought a couple pieces of equipment. And in the summertime, they'd go work on these fires, contract out to the DNR and the Forest Service. Well, they took all that money and bought a huge piece of land over at Flathead Lake, Montana. I'm talking like, I think it's 400 or 500 acres of land. And now they got a cattle ranch. They gave up the weed thing, but they took all the money from it. They did that for a few years. I mean, that kid has such a good head on his shoulders, man. If that was my son, I'd be so proud of that guy. But they're making bank now, and now they've got several pieces. I mean, like four low boys for hauling cats. They got water trucks. They've got just all kinds of equipment. So they still do the fire thing, but they just cattle ranch too. Backtrack. Guess what? My wife's a caregiver. But it's legal here in Washington for recreational use. Man, this fucking road is stupid. We're gonna relocate, guys. Yeah, I can't remember how many we can grow here in Washington. I think it's around, I can't remember if it's 4 or 6 plants. It might, you know what, it might be 8. We're gonna move up here, guys. Get out of this freaking wind. Well, this ain't as bad, but the view kind of sucks. Check it out back in the backyard. Okay, here we go. I'll show you guys what the backyard looks like. I still got a lot of fucking work to do out here. Let's see here. You can see a tree over there against the fence. It's about 4 inches at the butt. I need to just chop it up. A little further forward that thing goes. Anyway, there it goes. Stupid flowers. Oh yeah, my wife wife's got a bunch of flowers. Hey, Southern Dave, what's going on, man? I didn't see you, Southern Dave. Sorry about that, man. I must have missed some stuff here. You're a new patient. Oh, okay, that's cool. I last year, I should already have some going, but I don't. In fact, I got seeds. I should germinate. I think I will today. But I had 6 plants, and they were probably about 4 or 5 inches tall. And I had them in a box and had the lights on them, and a little fan going. And my fucking dog went over there and fucked around with it and knocked those lights down in the middle of the night. And when I got up the next morning, they were just toast. Absolute toast. I'm gonna grab a smoke, guys. I'll be right back. I just realized something, I was walking over and getting a cigarette. I'm like, why in the fuck are you whispering? It's your yard. And I realized, oh yeah, you're baked. Oh yeah, this is a lot better for wind. This is the patio I made. The rock wall was here, and I guess you guys can't really see that video too good, can you? Here. Yeah, I made it happen. Yep, that's exactly what I do, Doug. Wait for them to sprout. It usually takes about 3 days, and then pop them in some dirt and keep them nice and warm. I usually don't put them outside. I'm an outdoor grower. I usually don't put them outside until about, till they're about a foot tall. Right on, Dave. I was talking about that. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. I was talking about that earlier. Now that I'm retired, I don't have to do that shit no more, man. Gavin, brother, what is up, my friend? Thank you guys for stopping in. Yeah, my backyard, man, it's just like a bomb hit it. And I picked up so many big limbs and thrown over the fence and dragged them down to the fire pit and burned them. Right on. Nice. Hey, Scooter, what's going on? Welcome in, man. Yeah, I got it. You see over there in the corner of the fence right over here. I got to put the rest of that privacy sliding in there. My dogs are just so nosy. They just sit there and stare into my neighbor's backyard, and every time they see them, they bark at them. Cat and Jack, how you doing? I'll show you guys the moonshines I made for my wife. There's these here. I gotta move them though, because they're real light sounding. I think you can hear them. Then I made her that set there, which is a 1.5 inch aluminum pipe. Oh, I know. We've had these have all been broke, and I don't know if you noticed, but I don't use string anymore. Everything's on wire now. Melody, what's going on? Yeah, I redid all of ours with wire, so there's no more fixing the string every spring. Thank you, guys. Yeah, we're just out here on the back patio. Thanks, Raspberry. I appreciate it. Yeah, my backyard is just a mess. What? Unicorn piss and Wolverine piss. Oh, were you using it for scent while you were hunting? I would try, if there's any way you can do it, I would try to get a real light wire, like the kind of wire they use in making jewelry. Oh, two different strains. Okay, I get you now. All right. Yeah, the joints when you smoke that kind of stuff. That's how that. Oh, about 5 years ago, about 5 years ago, I had some really good stuff, and it was, if you rolled a joint, about halfway through it glassed up, and you couldn't even pull through it anymore. So it was pretty much long or pipe material. Yeah, I would try using it. It matters how heavy they are. If they're real heavy, you can just use like a mechanic's tie wire. But if they're real super delicate, you can get something like jewelers use, or people who make jewelry, necklaces, and bracelets, and use something like that. Hunting a high. Yeah, buddy, I'm hunting. You bet. Good. So right over there in the corner, I have a fountain. I got this big urn I put underneath. I've got those rock there. They're grouted in. And then I got a big koi spitter I put up on top. And I've got power right there underneath the fern. And we got a fountain going there. I made it. It's pretty cool, really. I should clean it up and get it out, but it's still freezing. Yeah, no, no doubt. I'll tell you what, man. When I was in Michigan, I was there about 4 or 5 days at a mill in Alpena, and the the maintenance superintendent, man, he just put the freaking red carpet treatment out for me, man. And some of the coolest people I ever met, I gotta say, are in the Midwest. Some of the nicest, most helpful people I've ever met are in the Midwest. It damn sure ain't on the West Coast. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good people on the West Coast, but the big cities, man, they're big cities. Thanks, man. Yeah, I hauled all this rock in here. This was just a huge weed patch back here. And I let the grass grow up through the rocks like that. I keep it trimmed down with the weed eater. But I had to haul a bunch of fill in, went up in the woods, got all this rock and hauled it in and made this patio back here. Oh, it's changed that much. Oh, that sucks. Backtrack. Damn it. Yeah, it's like over in Seattle and over around the Puget Sound. It's just it's the city hustle and bustle. Traffic is a freaking nightmare. I mean, there's still a lot of good people there, but there's also a lot of transplants there too. Not everybody that's there is from there, and so you get a lot of different cultures, whatever. You're close to Detroit? Ah, fuck. Yeah, Detroit's pretty rough, man. I've never been to Detroit, but I know some guys that lived there when I was in the Navy. I've been on 2 hours. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and shut the stream down, guys, and go in and see if I can rustle up some grub. Oh, I'll tell you what, in Seattle's got a major frickin' rat problem. I worked over there downtown, working in those boiler rooms. you know, underneath those buildings and shit. Oh, it was nasty. Thank you, Louise. Thank you so much for hanging out the whole time. I appreciate you. Take care, Backtrack. Thanks for hanging out, brother. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. Appreciate you guys. Take care, Cat and Jack. Thanks, man. Doug, take care, brother. See you again soon. See you all again soon.